You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So there's some pretty interesting news coming out about the lithium market and how it's shaking up hedge funds that were betting against Australian lithium miners. Over the past couple of years, some hedge funds, particularly from Asia, have made big short bets against these miners. Basically, they were wagering that the value of lithium producers in Australia would drop, but things haven't exactly gone their way. Here's the thing. Lithium is a crucial component in batteries for electric vehicles and other tech, and demand for it has been skyrocketing. Meanwhile, supply hasn't kept pace. This has caused a real squeeze on lithium availability, which in turn has pushed prices higher. So the hedge funds that were betting on prices dropping, betting against the Australian miners, have been caught off guard because prices are actually climbing. This situation has put those hedge funds in a tough spot. Their shorts on Australian lithium producers, which initially seemed like a smart move given past market trends, have been smashed by this sudden supply squeeze. Now these funds have to decide whether to hold on to their positions or cut their losses, as lithium prices look like they might keep going up. This isn't the first time hedge funds have faced such unexpected outcomes in Australia. For example, not long ago, some Asian hedge funds were heavily shorting Australian banks, betting on a housing market crash and economic exposure to China to drag those banks down. But that bet failed spectacularly, and the banks stayed strong while those hedge funds took a hit. In the case of lithium, the story has shifted from doubts about Australia's mining sector to recognizing how critical these miners are becoming in the global push for clean energy and electric vehicles. The lithium supply crunch highlights the importance of Australian producers in meeting worldwide demand, and it's turning the market dynamics in their favor. So in a nutshell, what we're seeing is a classic case of the market catching some big players off guard. Hedge funds that bet against Australian lithium miners thought prices would fall, but instead, they're rising because of supply issues. The ripple effect is forcing these investors to rethink their strategies as the outlook for lithium remains strong. It's definitely a reminder of how unpredictable commodities markets can be, especially when they're tied to booming industries like electric vehicles, and how important it is to keep an eye on both supply and demand trends before making big bets. Stay subscribed for more videos.